What I got here is a reiteration of my original Supergun or fight stick or whatever you want to call it. Some people call them Jamma test rigs. I was going to build a new one in this box over here that I ordered, but you can see how big it is. It's quite large. There's an MK2 panel right there, so you can see how big it is. This is the area I have to work with in my house now because my 1-year-old son has taken over the entire house. So I have this desk here, and this is all I got. So I'm going to show you guys a new product that I bought on eBay about 1.5 years ago, and frankly I haven't really been able to get into it now, and I have some time tonight that I want to get into it, and I've tested it and made sure it all works, and I'll just kind of walk through it. This is a guy on eBay. It's www.retroelectronic.com. This is basically a Supergun all-in-one. Here's your power right here. You can see that's going into the power supply. You have your speaker output here. That's going into my little mini amp that was like $9 on Amazon. Then the speakers plug in back here. I only have a mono setup. And then there's a dial on the front. You can see it's powered on and off. And that gets powered in through here through a little 12 volt that's plugged in over here. The Jamma harness, I bought an extender because literally you're supposed to plug the board right into this. I bought this extender that gives you about a 6 foot, I think it is a 3 foot extension. You can see I put top on it because some of these things get annoying. And then I have the blue elf on here. Those of you who don't know what this is, this basically allows you to plug into boards that don't have the little notch in it, like this one right here. There's no notch in the Jamma connection. So that allows you to play those types of games, or at least test them. So anyways, then I have the video signal plugged into red, green, blue, black sync, and that goes into the cable that goes into this VGA converter. And that gets plugged in with the cord here. You can see I'm not using this one. And then you need a +5 in, and I wired that +5 into the +5 right here. Ground and +5 right here. What's nice about this is literally a Supergun. So I'm going to buy these Sega Mega Drive controllers. I believe they plug right into these serial ports here. You can kind of see them. They're male, and you buy the female versions. I've seen them on eBay. This guy actually sells them, but he's from the UK, and I don't know how long it'd take to actually order them. But to kind of walk you through, it's got a Neo Geo pad adapter. This is for button 6. This is where you'd wire all your controllers in right here, all your buttons. As you can see, player 2's up here. Get some better light. So button 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ground, and then right, left, down, up, start. So it's really nicely done. You can pick up other ground here. You can also pick up a -5, +12, +5, and +5 there, which is nice. It's got a little thing, if you want to have this come on all the time, you flip this switch, and this is the on-off switch right here. You depress that, and it turns the whole system on. I'll show you. But if you want to wire this to where you literally cut the power, and every time you plug it in the wall, it comes on automatically, that's how you do it. In the back here, you got a speaker setup for wired speakers, left and right. And then you got an on-con, I'm not sure what that is. And this one here is to switch from mono to stereo, right there. And then you got a service button, a test button, a credit 2. This is your credit 1. It's a nice big yellow button you can press. And then there's more ground, test, service if you want to actually physically wire them in. I'm not sure what a couple of these other things are. This is your pots for your monitor right here. So video. Let's see, get some better things. So I have them on auto, so you can independently tune them, which is nice. And then you can plug headphones in, and if you got like a 2.5 or whatever it is, a 1.5 millimeter jack, like your standard headphones, you just plug it right in there. Not sure what this is over here, but you can see how nicely it's put together. There's a little bit of everything on here, but to show you that it physically does work, I'll depress it, and it's going to be on the VGA monitor here. So I'll press the power button here. And you can see the nice thing, it's got a little voltometer on there, so it says I'm running at 5 point, it's lighting shitty out here, 5.2, and the signal goes into here. See the red LEDs on here. The UMK3 board is here, and it's displaying properly on here. I don't have any controls hooked up, so that's why I don't have anything plugged in here. So we're gonna have to wait for this to actually physically test. I could have flipped the dip switch on here to get rid of that, but I'll turn the volume up a little bit. But it's kind of rudimentary setup. But if you want to stick this in something, it's pretty easy to do. I mean, this I think cost me like 60 bucks, and this was like 30. So there's $100 right here. This was $10 on Amazon. A 12-volt adapter that goes in here is I think about $6. And a power supply, most people have those sitting around. And as you can see here, we'll press this here, the credit button. The speakers are kind of shitty, but they're good enough for this type of setup. I just kind of burned a couple of these ROMs just to test it. I've had this board, I didn't even forgot I had it, to be honest with everybody, but I put these old ROMs in here, these auto ROMs, so you can see it plays. Again, I don't have any controls hooked up, so I can't select anything or move it around, but all together, this is probably around $100 to build a Supergun. And it's very easy to use. You don't really have to have any skills to do this. I'm not an electrician by trade, I'm in sales. It took me a little bit of time to set this up and kind of do it by trial and error, but for the most part, fairly easy to set up. Again, retroelectronic.com. He also has a store on eBay. I can't remember which one it is, but type in Jamma Supergun. He's in the UK, and it came like in about a week, I think. And then everybody has these. You got to make sure you get the one that displays the Mortal Kombat games. There's the newer version of this. It's called like a GOMS, CGA, EGA, UVZ to 2VGA. Basically, you can plug in 2 VGA monitors here. So if you get another one, you can have it going this way. But again, you can plug in a +5 over here in this port here, or you can have it hardwired like I do directly to the board right here. And then, if you want, you can just plug the PCB directly into this blue connection here. But like I said, I bought this extender to be able to move these boards around on this. So again, maybe for like $100 if you want to test boards in your garage, or you could actually use this as a Jamma Supergun if you wanted to, and bring it in your house and play games on your computer monitor directly from your PCBs. So I hope that helps everybody. I don't really have a lot of time to answer a million questions on this, so if you got to ask, I guess put it in the comments and I'll try to get back as soon as I can. I'll try to list these pieces of where I got it in the description as well.